The golden handcuffs. Hello all, welcome to another podcast. Today I want to talk about a concept called the golden handcuffs. This essentially is when you are trapped to a job because of the salary. You don't venture off into something else. You don't take any risks or chances or try to change your life because you want that paycheck. Essentially, you're imprisoned by that monetary compensation. So before I go into the meat of this podcast, I'm going to tell you a little story. I knew a friend who worked at, she was like a software developer, and she was doing like really, really low level analyst work. And then she got pregnant, and after about a year, she came back to work, and she came in as a full-time developer, not an analyst, like an engineer, a software engineer. And her salary actually went up by like 35%. That's huge. So what she did, she took a year off of work when she had the child, and took some courses while the child was napping, brushed up, her areas where she knew her soft skills could be improved, and then came back to the workforce with that huge pay increase. That's incredible. That is absolutely an incredible way of looking at life. If you have the financial means to take a year off, refresh, sharpen the tools, and then come back with a 35% pay increase. I love that story so much. I asked a few of my other friends who have had babies, and just recently I'm going to announce my wife is putting her resignation today. She put in her resignation. She's going to actually quit her job, going on 6 years. We had this amazing pension built up, this 403B. We've gotten thousands of dollars free. The healthcare of her job financed our baby's delivery. This was a big decision, but after much thought, prayer, discussion, and consulting wise people, we figured, it's easier, it's better for her to take a year off of work and stay with the baby. And we were so tempted. We hiring a sitter. We currently have a sitter, and it's a very tricky situation. But all the money we spend for the sitter, all the inconveniences, she can't work on our business because her time is divided between the baby, breastfeeding, and going to work. So now this will give her an opportunity to, one, put the baby's priority first, and then two, she can continue to help me shape our business. We have some opportunities. We have some hot leads, and this means she can donate that time. And what I, was just thinking about how this is going to already pay dividends is we actually have an opportunity with our business. This will be our first client since we've opened the doors, and we've been just too busy with work and raising a baby to pursue it. So now I engaged the client today to talk about this opportunity, and it literally is a pretty big job. It's going to pay a lot. Now, the benefit, I already see this paying off, is the profit from this job is not going to be taxed as a salary. Salary pays payroll taxes. So I think right now we pay like 25%, some ridiculous rate. We pay so much in taxes. So the profit from our company is, I believe, 10% before deductions, according to my CPA. So that already is showing us if she's even able to break even and make the same amount of money doing our business as she had been making at the company, we're going to put more money in the bank because of the tax rate. We're taxed completely different when you own the company versus payroll tax. So that's amazing. So that's the key of this recording today is don't fall victim to the golden handcuffs. what I want to do is a follow-up to this to say how it worked out and what's our plan B. What if what I'm doing is an absolute mistake? How do I know when to quit? What's that trigger? So that's a follow-up to this, because it's romantic. It's a romantic idea to quit your job, give your boss the middle finger, walk out, throw your briefcase out the window. But in reality, new companies fail a lot. So we do have parameters set to know when to call it quits and go back into the real world of the employment. And as I continue to test these theories, I will speak more on them. As of right now, I'm telling you what works. So I hope this podcast definitely got you thinking. If you're in a job that you're not, you could be more, perhaps it's worth taking some time off, sharpening the tools, and getting back into it. Like I talked about the girl in the first part of this podcast. She just brushed up on her education and learned some new skills. IT soft skills. You can learn anything now on your phone, on the website. I'll post some links in the resources. But the intellectual society, the intellectual workforce is what we've got now. You put your brain to work and you make order out of chaos, whether it's software, business analyst, project management. This is the world we live in now, where it's remote on your computer. You can learn these skills anytime. So I hope this podcast got the cogs in your brain thinking. You guys have a good night, and let me know in the comments if there's any additional questions or resources I can provide.